Ronaldo was calling me.
Oh, let's talk to him.
Yo, Ron!
Wait, make a wheel right now for giving away $100,000 to anyone who gives 100 subs. It's a glitch!
Can I do a wheel?
It's a glitch.
Sure. Can I do a wheel? I'm doing a wheel! I'm doing a wheel!
Something felt wrong before anyone could name it. Thousands of people were watching in real time, not a highlight reel, not a recap, the actual thing. Unraveling live, and within minutes, clips were already spreading, people were already talking, not because it was great, because something about it didn't sit right. 50 streamers, $1 million, that's the kind of setup that should feel electric. So why? Almost from the jump, did it feel like the ground was slightly uneven? No edits, no safety net? Just a live broadcast, and suddenly nobody in that room seemed entirely sure what they were watching.
Laxnzo 31, Laxnzo 31. Let me give you a band. I'm gonna give you 1,000. You're a clock. It's okay. I'll give you a little 1,000. Cool. Dig what I'm saying? Somebody just dropped 5 gifteds in my Super Saiyan 5 gifteds. So we're gonna give you $5. How about that? We're gonna give you $5,000. Yo, it's cash. It's cash with a Z. You just dropped 10 gifted. You get $10,000. You get $10,000. It's cash. It's cash with a Z. You get 10.
The final stage alone stretched close to 2 hours. 2 hours of contestants throwing things at random, hoping something would stick. For $1 million finale, the tension didn't build, it just leaked out slowly until there was nothing left to feel. And when it was finally over, when someone actually won, it didn't land the way a win is supposed to land. The energy was already gone. Something had already shifted, quietly, underneath everything, before the competition even finished. Because right after the competition ends, something else begins entirely. 1 hour, $1 million. For the fans, that's how it was framed. Like a thank you, like generosity in its purest form.
Yeah, let's do that again. Let's do that again. So that means if you gift a big lump sum right now, there's a large chance that your name gets clicked more.
Yeah, 100%.
So I'll give you all 15 seconds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Is my like mouse on there?
You're on the money.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Click. Okay, you got
That might
one.
be 10 bags.
But somewhere between that framing and what people were actually watching, something changed. Reddit had clips circulating within hours. Viewers started using a specific phrase, subscribe for a chance to win. And the moment that phrase entered the conversation, the whole stream looked different. Because there's a question that doesn't go away once you ask it. What if joining wasn't actually free? There's a concept, 3 words that keep coming up in conversations like this. Prize, chance, consideration. The first 2 are obvious. It's that third word that does the heavy lifting. Consideration, as in, did participating cost something? Subscriptions on Twitch aren't free. Some of them cost real money. And if spending money increases your visibility, if gifting 10 subs floods the chat with your name over and over, in a stream where winners are being chosen from that same chat, then what is this exactly? Is it a giveaway or does it just look like one?
Chat, I'm about to do another. In a second after we call Jinxie chat, I'm gonna do a 10-second countdown. So save your gifteds to that moment to just blow the gifteds. I'm gonna click. You feel me? Yep. Right. Okay, so chat, we're gonna do another 15-second countdown. No, we're gonna do a 10-second countdown. And we're gonna be giving away $10,000. Okay. I'm gonna look away. Remember, if you could gift 1 sub to get a chance of winning 10 G's, chat. Come on. Or if you're a lucky typer at the time, you get clicked.
Or you could also just type.
You could also just type. But the subs are gonna be filling the chat, bro. Like, it just is what it is. So I'm gonna look away right now, counting down.
And then it gets said out loud, not implied, not buried in fine print, actually said that gifting more gives you a higher chance. The moment spending money becomes directly tied to winning money, something changes, legally, conceptually, in the way it feels to everyone watching. Is that still giving back to the community? And if the community has to pay for a shot, there's a moment where even he admits it feels off, uses the word scummy, and then keeps going. That moment, that pause where the feeling is named and then ignored, says more than anything else in the stream. And then the math. $1 million promised to the fans? Except $300,000 goes to moderators, managers, editors, people who in most cases were likely already being compensated, which means the real number, the one actually reaching the community, is closer to $700,000. Not $1 million. Why frame it as $1 million? What does that gap between the promise and the reality actually cost in terms of trust?
A lot, MrBeast, off the rip.
Yeah.
My mod team needs 150K.
Okay.
Like, yo, Gio. That's fair. Gio, that's my head mod.
Yeah.
He delegates everything. Gio, 150 bands straight to you. Giovanni straight to you, and you delegate that throughout the mods.
Wait, can we call Gio? Can we call him? Hey, you're giving away around 488,000 now.
Okay. I'm about to give away. It's about to be 588.
Okay. What are we thinking? Another 100 G's? Okay.
It's to be 100 G's, but
what do they have to do?
Not gonna lie, bro. I have people. I don't want to say slaving because that's a bad word. But I have my editor that has been editing my crazy hours. He ruins his sleep schedule,
Yeah.
ruins. He be missing mosque days to go to the mosque because he's too busy editing for me. Yo, I be Barnes editing team, $100,000.
Then there's the $100,000 offer. Gift 100 subs, spin the wheel, chance at 100 grand. One sub is roughly $5. 100 subs is $500. $500 for a chance at 100,000. Think about what that structure looks like when you write it down plainly. And the wheel broke before it could happen. But that's almost beside the point. The fact that it was heading there at all is the thing worth sitting with. There's another detail, small, but it keeps nagging. Sub-only mode. At some point during this giveaway, the chat was restricted. Only subscribers could participate. Only the people who had already paid. And when MrBeast steps in and pushes to open things up fully, the chat transforms.
Also, you should just do somewhere like you turn off subs and you just let them type for free. You know what I mean? For the people who can't afford to.
Can you turn off subs?
Or wait, you should do one where you put it on non-follower mode and just let anyone have a chance.
Suddenly, there are hundreds of people with no sub badges flooding in. They were always there. They just couldn't be seen. Who was being given back to exactly? Someone with his experience, someone who has run some of the largest giveaways on the internet, was in that stream, which makes the lack of structure harder to explain. No clear rules at the start. Decisions flying in the middle of chaos. No structure, no clear plan. Just reactions stacking on reactions.
At the end, I do want to save a certain amount of bread for my manager. So we got to make sure we know where the heck we going. Because without him, a lot of the explosion that we have, a lot of the
Maybe go ahead and do it now so you don't forget.
Just do it now. Yo, Cam. How much we giving Cam, chat? The manager.
50 G's?
I think 50 is.
Cam, you want a $50,000?
And even when he tried to step in and fix it, was it already slipping out of control? Think about it for a second. What if there had been one real conversation before everything went live? One moment of clarity, one set of rules, one clear direction. Would the entire situation feel different right now? Or was this always going to spiral the moment it began? Because by the time anyone tried to course correct, the damage wasn't theoretical anymore. People had already seen it. Clips were already spreading. Opinions were already forming and narratives were already locking into place. And now look at what's left behind. A prize, an opportunity, and participation tied to real money. When those three collide, what does that turn into? That's exactly why people can't stop watching it back. Replaying the same clips, slowing it down, picking apart every second like there's something hidden between the frames, searching for context that was never fully explained. Because the stream never gave a clear answer, it just ended, leaving everything hanging. And that's the part that keeps pulling people back in. The same question over and over again, still unresolved. Was this all part of the plan from the start? Or did everything quietly fall apart, right in front of everyone watching?